Hi, and thank you for joining me. My name is Rob Scott, publisher at UC Today, and I'm really excited to present this year's UC Trends series. If you're a fan of UC Today, then you'll know that every October we run a special video series called UC Trends. In this insightful video series, I talk to senior executives from trailblazing vendors in UC, collaboration and CX, and discuss their perspective of the marketplace and what they predict will be the next year's game changers. We will also have some fun with them at the end of the main interview session with some quick fire questions to reveal a bit more about their personality and what makes them tick. Stand by for UC Trends 2021. When we look back on 2020 in the future, a number of things come to mind. Lockdown, hand sanitizer, social distancing, and Zoom. Cloud video conferencing took the world by storm this year, and who else better to speak to than none other than Zoom Video Communications. I'm delighted to welcome to the virtual studio Zoom's Chief Information Officer, Harry Moseley. Hi Harry, thank you for joining me for UC Trends 2021. Really keen to know a little bit more about you and your year at Zoom, and also the road ahead. But we've also got those quickfire questions coming up too. So just to get started, Harry, give us a little bit of background on yourself and how you got ultimately into collaboration with Zoom.
Yeah, great, Rob. Thank you for the opportunity to chat with you, I guess, this morning, this afternoon, depending on what perspective you have. So I've had a fantastic career. I retired in December of 2017. And shortly after I retired, I got a call from Zoom. They were looking for a global CIO. I fully recognized back then that, the need to collaborate locally, nationally, and globally in a virtual fashion. We didn't have a great solution for that. I met Eric Yuan, our CEO and founder, saw his vision, loved the platform, loved the technology, loved the culture of the company. And I said, I think that I can help this company and I can have some fun at the same time. And so here we are 2.5 years later. And oh my God, what a journey that's been.
I can only imagine what that's been like for you and the team at Zoom. It's been a sensational year again for Zoom. Talk me through, before we kind of talk about the company, talk me about the marketplace you're in. What are the dynamics of the kind of video conferencing space right now?
Yeah. So, I think over the last, I was going to say 6 months, but it's really over the last 8 months, people now understand that video actually is the new voice. When you look at millennials and Gen Z, they've been, they've redefined connecting, they've redefined chat. When I grew up, chat was, taking a device off a table, had a wire coming out to a brick on the table, to a wire into the wall, and I'd have a chat with my buddy. But chat is now a digital transmission of data, images, audio, video, to a bunch of other devices somewhere else on the planet. So they've redefined chat and they've redefined connecting. And connecting is actually about seeing you and about connecting with you. And seeing your body language and seeing your reactions in real time. It's very hard to tell someone, if I'm talking to you on the phone, whether you're agreeing with me or not. But I can see, look, I can see you're nodding, you're agreeing with me. So people really understand video is the new voice. They now understand they don't need to travel halfway around the world to do multi-billion-dollar transactions. You don't need to travel to the doctor's office for many different types of events. You can do a lot. And so we're helping from a carbon footprint. We're helping from an efficiency perspective. We're helping improve work-life balance. So I think that video is the new voice. It's finally being recognized for what that actually means. Absolutely.
And Zoom's had one hell of a year in terms of growth, success, highs and lows, I can imagine. But talk to me about the kind of how that's been at Zoom. How have you got through the pandemic and scaled up so fast and dealt with all those challenges on the way through?
Yeah, so December of 2019, we were hosting 10 million people a day on our platform. That went to 200 million in March and 300 million in April. And we went from 100 billion annualized meeting minutes in January to 2 trillion annualized meeting minutes in April. I mean, these are like enormous growth vectors, right? Many companies would love to go through that growth trajectory over the course of 2 years. We did it over the course of 4 months. And I fundamentally believe, Rob, that when we did that growth, we also maintained our customer satisfaction. We maintained our net promoter score. We maintained our service level agreements with our clients. And to do all of that growth and maintain all of those metrics is testimony to the differentiating technology architecture deployed at Zoom. It's a distributed architecture. We have 19 colo data centers around the world. We leverage Amazon Cloud, we leverage Oracle Cloud, and we're able to borrow capacity from sister data centers within the geographic region. So it's been a real phenomenal testimony to the technology. And then the people. I mean, the people, the team, the culture. We have this laser focus on making sure our customers are happy. It's like, that's our tagline, Zoom, be happy. But it's more than that. We think of our clients like partners. We are all about their success. Anything gets in the way of their success, that's a trouble spot for us. So we are focused on them being successful because we fundamentally believe if our clients are successful using our platform, we will be successful too. And so it was a stressful time. We have a culture at Zoom, which is, what's the problem? Clearly define the problem, clearly define the root cause, and then let's go about figuring out the solution. Many times people jump from the problem to the solution only to find out they didn't define the root cause. And so that's our philosophy, and we apply that to everything we do.
That's fantastic. And just jumping back to the kind of dynamics of the marketplace then, and talking about those trends that are impacting Zoom and our marketplace. What do you think is kind of how is this all going to pan out with everyone remote working, everyone using video? What do you expect to see coming up?
Yeah, so I fundamentally believe, not because I work at Zoom, but I fundamentally believe that this distributed work model, and it's not work from home, it's work from anywhere. It's like, take Monday morning. At 8:30, I left my house. I was in the car, taking my car in for service. I did a couple of calls in the car, got to the service center, checked the car in, went and sat in the dealer's service lounge, joined the Wi-Fi network, did a bunch of Zoom meetings from the lounge. My car came back, I got back in the car, I did some calls, and then I came home. So it's like it's work from anywhere. I believe fundamentally that, sort of the myths of the past have changed. The myths of the past being, people can't work effectively and productively from home or anywhere. Well, proving that wrong. It's like many cases, people are actually more productive, making bigger contributions working from anywhere. Happier, better work-life balance. Doesn't work for everybody, clearly. You've got cultural challenges, you've got space challenges, you've got personalities. I'm very comfortable, me and the dog in the office. I love having my dog in the office. I'd rather have my dog in the office than sort of be with, crowded people. I can focus on my work, I can focus on getting the job done, and that's great.
I'm kind of with you there, Harry, yeah.
So you've got that, and employers are very happy because their employees are happy. You get better, you get better loyalty, you get better commitment, you get better dedication, you get better work. And the fact is that employers don't have the space now to bring all their employees back into the office because of social distancing. And people have learned how to work like this. Employers have learned how to work like this. There's challenges. Collaboration in the office worked very well. Collaboration in a virtual world worked very well. Collaboration in this hybrid model, that's going to be a challenge. Culture in this hybrid model is going to be a challenge. How do you meet new people? How do you get introduced to the new hires, etc.? Who should I meet with? Who should I welcome? And I fundamentally believe we're going to see great technology innovation in this space along the lines of, so for example, we introduced Zoom for Home this year, which is a D10Me, a 27-inch touch screen, high, 4K screen, great camera, microphone array, speaker array, allows you to annotate, allows you to make calls, allows you to do video, acts as a second screen to your laptop. Beautiful device. I mean, it really is. And then, on the culture side, you're going to see great technology come to play, artificial intelligence to say, hey, Harry, last week we onboarded 100 people. Out of that, there's 8 people you should meet. Would you like me to schedule a coffee break for them? Yes. Done. So I think we're going to see great stuff like that happening in the future.
My final question, you've already covered it but in terms of that video experience, can it get any better? What do you see coming up in terms of, your roadmap and improving that experience for the ultimately users and teams?
Yeah, so I think that on the Zoom platform we have excellent quality, excellent reliability, excellent innovation. But in technology we're constantly advancing things. So we've been from an innovation perspective first with virtual background, first with virtual motion background. So
which everyone loves. Everyone loves a custom background.
And now we introduce the ability to do a presentation and show that as your virtual background, much like you're in the boardroom, which is really cool. And we just introduced a whole new slew of features all around accessibility with sign language and things of that nature, being able to pin video, multiple videos in a group session, etc. And we're going to continue down that path. So, our singular objective is to make virtual meetings better than in-person meetings. And so I think that we've done a lot in that space. And I think that, I know we're going to continue on this journey.
Well, you certainly have. And thank you for talking to me today. It's really insightful, and it's an amazing organization and technology that you deliver there. So, yeah, thank you very much. Okay, Harry, now we're going to do some quick fire questions. Are you ready?
I'm ready, man. Let's go.
What was your first job?
Picking up nails in my father's bed making factory.
Interesting. Favorite day of the week?
Friday. Cocktails.
Would you rather be able to speak every language in the world or speak to animals?
Speak to animals any day.
Yeah, I'm totally with you there. What's the most inspirational book you've ever read and why?
No Room for Small Dreams by Shimon Peres, because he talks about some of the challenges in his life and he never let them beat him. He also, there's a piece in the book, you should read it, where the paragraph goes something like the following. I've been accused by many people in different languages of seeing life through too rosy a lens. The world is made up of optimists and pessimists. Why would one want to go through life being a pessimist, being downtrodden and miserable? Life is too short. I love that. I love that.
That is great advice.
And it's so true.
Yeah, absolutely. What is the best advice you've ever been given?
Never go to your boss with a problem unless you have a solution.
Again, that is good advice. If you could teleport anywhere in the world, where would you go?
I think I'd like to go to probably either somewhere like Nepal or Alaska, do some salmon fishing, watch the bears catching the salmon out of the river. I think that would be fun.
That's pretty cool. Voice call or video call?
A video call.
I was going to say a silly question.
That's a silly question. You knew the answer to that one before you asked it.
I think I know the answer to this one as well. Dawn or dusk?
Dusk.
Cocktail hour.
I am Irish.
Do you believe in fate?
Absolutely.
What's worse, ironing or gardening?
Ironing is worse. Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm totally with you there.
Yeah.
Most watched movie ever?
Bond. James Bond. Love James Bond.
It sounded pretty good, that as well. Describe yourself in 3 words.
Fun, creative, and energetic.
Great. If you were given an all expenses paid trip to the north of England, would you take it?
I'd take an all expenses trip anywhere in the world. It's all expenses paid trip anywhere in the world. Yes.
Good answer. Who is your greatest inspiration?
My father.
Type, touch, or speak?
Speak.
Elvis or the Beatles?
Beatles.
Say "G'day mate" in an Australian accent?
Good day, mate, in an Australian accent.
Which new technology will transform the future?
I believe that IoT and 5G, these things are going to change the world in ways that we haven't even begun to understand yet.
And what's been your greatest achievement ever?
I think my family.
Harry, you've been a great sport today. Thank you very much for talking to me. Congratulations on having such a great year at Zoom as well, and I wish you all the very best for 2021.
Rob, pleasure being here with you. Thank you for hosting this session, and I wish you, your family, and your colleagues all the best, and stay happy and healthy.